Okay, we're here for Rocky's session. Now, Rocky is in the 1 percentile of dogs. I've worked with a lot of dogs. I have Dalmatians. I have a Border Collie Lab Pointer mix. Rocky makes them all look mellow. He's a supremely high energy dog. So we've got, this is towards the end of the session. I just had the Guardian leave and we're recreating the greeting. Rocky gets very excited when people come in, and one of the most common mistakes people make with dogs is they pet them when they're in unbalanced states of mind. Anything your dog is doing when you pet it is what you're reinforcing, including excitement, fear, stress, and anxiety. So if I engage with Rocky, even looking at him or talking to him while he's all excited, that's going to make him slightly more excited. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use what I call turning the light switch off to disengage and tell Rocky that his energy level is not something we want to engage with. There's going to be a little bit interesting camera work as we get in there, so just bear with us. Follow me. And go ahead and just close the door if you can. All right, now we come and stand like right up here so you can kind of see me and Rocky, hopefully. All right, so we're in the little entryway. This is a split level house. Now Rocky, I brought my dog California, which you'll see in the video below. But basically she's worn him out a lot and he's worn her out a lot. She's outside in the car right now because we wanted to film this and just exclusively focus on Rocky. So basically Rocky's a lot more excited than this typically when he comes in. He agrees. So he can't get here because the Guardian has baby gates up here, and despite the fact he could easily jump them and laugh as he jumps them, he hasn't figured this out. So what I'm going to recommend the Guardians do is when they come home and Rocky's all excited, to turn the light switch off, turn the light switch off here. So if you point the camera over here, I recommend that the Guardian have a folding chair like this, come in and just basically sit down. Maybe prepare yourself. I have a bottle of water or something like that, something to read, or your iPad that you have in the car. And basically what you're going to do is sit here and you're going to observe Rocky. Go ahead and pan to Rocky. Now you see Rocky right now, he looks pretty relaxed. He's sitting down, but he is breathing heavy. Normally I'm guessing he's kind of bouncing around and laying down and getting up and doing all that. Okay, so basically what we're going to do is I want to have you, when you come in and Rocky's all excited like that, sit down, don't even look at him. No matter how much he barks, looking at him tells him, it's working, she's looking. Keep barking harder. As soon as he settles down, you're going to stand up. Now, as soon as you stand up, he's going to get all excited. Sit back down. Prepare yourself. You're going to have to probably stand up and sit down like 5, 10, 15 times. And once you can stand up and he stays calm, then you take one step towards the steps. Do this when you are not in a rush, because the whole point of this is to elongate the process and have him understand when I'm calm, the humans come inside and they'll engage with me. When I'm excited, they stop or they move away. That's the fourth quadrant of operant conditioning, is what we call negative punishment, to remove or deduct something from the equation. In this case, I'm deducting my presence. So as you're going to basically get up and start taking steps, and sometimes you might go 1 step, 2 step before he gets excited, turn around and go sit back down. No correction whatsoever. Just you lose interest, we turn the light switch off. As soon as his energy is nice and relaxed, we turn the light switch on by getting up and starting to move towards him like we're going to engage him. This is probably going to take you like 15 or 20 times of getting up and back and forth and after. It's like, man, I used to come inside and I jumped up on him to claim him. And if a dog jumps up on you when you come home, that's what they're doing. They're claiming you as their property. Now he's also really excitable. So basically, by doing this, turning the light switch on and off, the great thing about this is instead of micromanaging and tell him to sit, tell him to not jump, tell him to go here and go there, he's in such a crazy mood, he is not going to hear this. Just like trying to argue with a hysterical child throwing a temper tantrum, that's a little bit of what he does when he's overexcited. You're never going to reach him. And so the more you try to rationalize with him, the more frustrated you're going to get, and it's not going to work. So instead, we're just going to use the surroundings that we've set up. Usually split levels, I have to go up and down the stairs and there's a hindrance, but in this case, it works to our advantage. This is a good sign. Chin down on the ground. So now I can start walking over here and just stay right there. And you see how his energy kind of got up? So then I would just stop. I would sit over here. And he's going to protest. Let's try to come back to me. Now, this is what we call demand barking, and he does a lot of this. So if he demand barks, I want the Guardians to interpret that as, first of all, how long has it been since I've exercised him? If it's been longer than 20 minutes, take him outside and play fetch. Go ahead and pawn back to him. So he barked a little bit. I didn't even look at him. And so now he laid down, and this is the energy we like. So again, I get up and I start walking over here. He got up. And I'm not correcting him at all. What you're going to find is the dog is going to start figuring this out and calming himself down faster and faster, because every time he's calm, you start moving towards him. As soon as he gets excited, you stop. The great thing about this is instead of, like I started talking about before, instead of micromanaging him, we're helping him learn on his own. Oh. Now this is a little bit easier because we were only outside for about 5 minutes. When he's been in here all day long, this is probably going to be a lot more pronounced. And you can hear he's got that little bit of that chalkiness to his bark, which tells me that he probably has some border collie in his lineage. But again, I'm just paying back to him. We're just going to wait. And so now we're doing try not to look at him with your face. There you go. So he sits, lays down. I immediately get up. I'm not rushing. I'm just immediately doing it as soon as he does that. Oh, not up. All right, so let's come back to me. I'm going to wrap this up because this is not going to be my exciting footage to film the whole thing. But and go ahead and film it again. But you're seeing he's calming himself down and he's laying down faster and faster. The more that we practice this, the more he's going to start offering that behavior over and over. All right, well, this is my buddy Rocky. Thank you, buddy. He has a mouthing problem. We're going to talk about that off camera. But these are some tips and tricks you can use if you have a dog that's really excited when you come home.